Why a high body count can interfere with a woman's ability to pair bond with a man, the negative effects. Why a high body count can interfere with a woman's ability to pair bond with a man, the negative effects. The concept of pair bonding refers to the emotional and psychological connection that develops between two people in a committed relationship. For many, it's the foundation of long-term relationships and marriage, where trust, intimacy, and deep emotional ties are built over time. However, research and anecdotal evidence suggests that a high body count, defined as having had multiple sexual partners, can interfere with a woman's ability to form these lasting bonds. Below, we explore the negative effects that may arise from a high body count and how it can impact a woman's capacity to pair bond with a man. Weakened emotional attachment. Sexual intimacy often leads to emotional attachment, driven in part by the brain's release of bonding hormones like oxytocin, which plays a role in creating feelings of trust and closeness. When these bonds are repeatedly formed and then broken with multiple partners, it may become more difficult for a woman to experience the same level of attachment in future relationships. Reduced bonding hormone effect. Over time, the brain's sensitivity to oxytocin may diminish, leading to a weaker emotional response to new partners. This can result in a sense of emotional detachment or a reduced ability to fully connect in intimate relationships. Emotional desensitization. After experiencing multiple relationships or casual encounters, some women may become emotionally desensitized to intimacy, making it harder to form meaningful, deep connections with future partners. This can lead to difficulties in building the trust and closeness required for pair bonding. Increased emotional baggage. With each new partner comes the potential for emotional baggage, past hurts, unresolved conflicts, and lingering feelings from previous relationships. Over time, this accumulation of emotional weight can interfere with the ability to form fresh, healthy bonds with a new partner. Trust issues. A history of betrayal or disappointment in past relationships can lead to trust issues in future ones. A woman with a high body count may become more guarded or skeptical, making it difficult to open up and fully invest emotionally in a new relationship. Fear of vulnerability. The emotional pain associated with past breakups or unfulfilling relationships can make a woman reluctant to be vulnerable in future relationships. Vulnerability is a key component of pair bonding, and without it, deep emotional intimacy can be challenging to achieve. Commitment phobia. For some women, a high body count may lead to a fear of commitment. This can stem from a pattern of short-term casual relationships where emotional detachment becomes normalized. When a woman is used to moving from one relationship to another, the idea of settling down and committing to one person can feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable. Difficulty settling down. The habit of engaging in casual relationships may make long-term commitment seem daunting or undesirable. The emotional investment required for pair bonding may feel overwhelming for someone accustomed to more transient connections. Avoidance of deeper connection. Women who have experienced a series of superficial or casual relationships may find it difficult to shift into the deeper emotional space required for a lasting bond. This avoidance of intimacy can create barriers to forming meaningful, long-term relationships. Comparisons with past partners. Having multiple sexual partners can lead to a tendency to compare new relationships with past ones. These comparisons can prevent a woman from fully embracing her current partner, as she may constantly evaluate them against her previous experiences, consciously or subconsciously. Unrealistic expectations. Comparing a new partner to past ones can create unrealistic expectations. If a woman is always searching for someone who meets the best attributes of all her previous partners combined, it may lead to dissatisfaction and a lack of emotional fulfillment in her current relationship. Emotional disconnection. The habit of mentally comparing partners can also lead to emotional disconnection, as the woman may not fully engage with her current partner. This inability to be fully present in the relationship can hinder the development of a strong emotional bond. Reduced ability to trust. Trust is a cornerstone of any successful relationship, but a high body count may erode a woman's ability to trust her partner. This can stem from past experiences with infidelity, betrayal, or emotional manipulation, all of which can leave emotional scars that affect future relationships. Increased suspicion. A woman who has been hurt or deceived in past relationships may carry a heightened sense of suspicion into future ones. This lack of trust can make it difficult to form the deep emotional bond required for pair bonding. Fear of abandonment. A history of fleeting or failed relationships can lead to a fear of abandonment, where a woman is constantly worried that her partner will leave her. This fear can create emotional distance and make it harder to invest fully in the relationship. Diminished value of intimacy. For some women, having had multiple sexual partners can lead to a sense that intimacy is less special or meaningful. When sexual encounters become routine or transactional, the emotional weight of sex can diminish, making it harder to experience the deep connection that comes with intimacy in a committed relationship. Detachment from intimacy. When sex becomes a casual or frequent experience with different partners, it can lose its emotional significance. This detachment from the emotional aspect of intimacy can make it harder for a woman to form a meaningful bond with a future partner. Loss of specialness. In a committed relationship, sexual intimacy is often a key component of the emotional bond between partners. If a woman has had many casual partners, the act of sex may no longer feel unique or special, which can weaken the bond formed with a long-term partner. Conclusion. The impact on pair. Bonding a high body count can have several negative effects on a woman's ability to pair bond with a man. Weakened emotional attachment, increased emotional baggage, fear of commitment, and reduced trust are all potential consequences that can hinder the development of deep, lasting connections. Additionally, the tendency to compare partners, the detachment from intimacy, and the diminished value placed on emotional vulnerability can further complicate the formation of meaningful bonds. Ultimately, while a high body count doesn't automatically prevent a woman from forming strong emotional connections, it can introduce challenges that make it harder to experience the full depth of pair bonding. Recognizing these potential obstacles is the first step toward addressing them and fostering healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future.